Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a beginning of the month for January tarot oracle reading. And Taurus, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Taurus, we still all have a little bit of Taurus in us. If you have your birth chart, what house is Taurus in? That is where this energy shows up for you. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. I already shuffled the cards. I'm just giving them a quick cut and shuffle, and we will begin with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck. Come up here, Stella. My cat has decided to join the reading. Okay, you lay down on my lap, nice. Yeah, your job is to purr. Oh my goodness, Taurus, we have the devil coming in. That's not a great way to start the new year, but this is about temptation. So there's this card represents someone being tempted, and possibly whatever the situation, by others or even within yourself. And it has like these two lovers, and they're chained to Saturn's box. So this represents that there could be some sort of energy that you feel that the only way that you can get ahead is to maybe move in ways that are not the correct way to do things. We'll put it that way. And that you're tempted by some sort of energy. When the devil energy does come in, and don't panic, it comes in for a lot of people. There's a lot of that out in the world right now. And this is the underlying energy for the entire reading. So this could be saying there's some sort of that energy being directed towards you or being directed from you. And this energy, you're not going to get the truth from the devil. So I always cover the devil and see, okay, if what minion is he sending in to do his dirty work, or is God stepping in to stop this energy? And we have this energy coming in, and this is the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is about money. Pentacles aren't just about money. They're about health, wealth, and happiness, but they're kind of in the 3D world. And this energy generally says this person is looking back at all the work they put into these 6 pentacles and wondering, hey, why do I only have this much here when I put all this effort in? What happened? So it could be that there was some sort of underlying energy causing this, and now the universe, God, is stepping in to empower you regarding it. So that's good. That's a good the truth will set you free. And then we have the underlying energy coming in for the what ifs. What if this happens? What if that happens? Here's confirmation right there. I love that. So this is the Ace of Pentacles coming in. This is a gift from God for staying on your path, and you're being rewarded for that. It's a divine gift from God and the universe, and it's clarifying that whatever this energy that was taking from your ability, your health, wealth, and happiness, that it's going to be returned to you. Yay. So don't panic when you see that card. There we go. And then we have Ten of Pentacles. He's here. So the Ten of Pentacles, it's saying that this is a lot of money. Like, this is a generational wealth. This is a legacy. So I don't know if you're at this position already right now. You own a business or whatever, and lately you're noticing that you're putting all this work into it, but you're not getting the same return that you used to. Or this is talking about this was taken from you. You never received this, and this was belonging to you. And in the new year, it's going to be a new year. This is an action that's been taken, and the pentacle is between your feet there. This represents generational wealth, a legacy. It's raining money. There's like a mansion in the background, the beautiful neighborhood, time to talk with the neighbors, with your, a couple together, ready to have children. There's a child here. There's 2 little dogs, like representing pets, and just like the American dream. And so that's what is at stake, or what was taken, one or the other. And we have Temperance. So Temperance represents this action here I'm reading for you, Taurus. So I feel like this is talking about this reward coming in because you followed your North Star. Your North Star is your purpose. So this energy is talking about this pentacle is going to be returned to you, but it's all of this. And it's because you stayed on your path. You've poured into your journey. This is talking about emotional waters and also about the universal waters. And that you have always kept your actions in tune with what you were destined to be here for. That sun in the background represents God. And this represents the universe and pouring into it and then allowing the universe to pour into you. And this sometimes is referred to the card of the earth angel, someone that God sends down to earth to, cause justice or to right wrongs or to be on a mission that's part of God's plan, universal plan. And then this is justice. So some form of justice is coming in regarding this. So this is really good news for you. This is energy of, this is redemption also. So this talks about karma being cleared on the spiritual level as well as on the physical level. And she's sitting on her throne, and this veil represents that, the spiritual and the physical. And justice is going to be served. Karma is going to be cleared because of it. So this is really powerful, good energy. Like really started off scary, but it's looking better all the time. Then we have the King of Wands coming in. So you could be the King of Wands. The King of Wands is sitting on his throne. He's the most charismatic and really the life of the party, but very visionary. His energy is just like people like being around him because he's got a positive outlook and he's always looking into the future and willing to try new things and discover new things. The salamander down here and the salamanders in a circle with the lion represent, that he's protected from fire. And this the wand represents action, like that. That's the element of fire. And it's made of wood because wood feeds fire. And this energy is talking about, a tree. The wood comes from a tree. And there's ancestral roots. So this generational wealth could be something that happened a long time ago. And it's also about descendants, like generational wealth that is meant for you to have a good life and also be able to pass that down to your children. And the King of Wands is the kind of guy you wouldn't kick out of bed for eating crackers. So he's a very desirable, of all the kings, he's the most sexy kind of guy, kind of energy. And then a magician energy comes in. So when the Fool starts out on their journey in a new cycle, and I just want to explain that, what I feel is happening here, is you may have been really going through some hardship in the last decade. And in 2025, 2 plus 2 plus 5 is 9. So 9 equals the end of a cycle. It represents the end of a cycle and of a decade, basically. So 9 years or almost 10 years. And then we're moving into 2026. And 2026 represents 2 plus 2 plus 6, a 10-year. And 1 plus 0 equals 1. So it's moving into a new beginning. And we're talking about the new beginning of January, the beginning of a new year, the beginning of a new cycle. And so this energy is going to be cleared up. This justice is coming in the new year for you. So it's regarding something that's happened. This energy is like the Fool starts out on his journey, and the very first card he comes across is the Magician. And the Magician has all the tools that he needs on his bench here. And what happens as above, what he was meant to come down here from that God put him on earth to do, is he's bringing that down to earth. And so this is an energetic upgrade. It's like saying, hey, the Fool's on their journey and they're doing a good job of, this is what they came to do. We have the Emperor. So the Emperor is all 4 kings rolled into one. So I want to point out that this energy of the King and the Emperor can be a male in their masculine energy, but it can also be, because these are archetypes, a female in their masculine energy. as with all the cards here. So it's not about gender, it's about masculine and feminine energy and how you use it. So the Emperor is all four kings rolled into one. So someone who's really sexy and really well liked in the life of the party, all about performance. This is the energy. He's got his armor on underneath his robe, and he has whatever field is a chosen field for him, he rocks it. He's at the top of his game. He's good. He understands finances, understands how to bring money in and how to bring thoughts, and ideas down to earth to benefit himself, his family, and the whole universe is what's coming up. So the universe, this is a very powerful authoritarian figure. So in this position here, this is how you see yourself, as someone that's very abundant, and that's your self-image. So you may come from a family that had money, that you were raised with enough money and, learned how to use money, recognizing that money is just one of the tools in your belt, and recognizing also if you don't make your money work for you. It's kind of, the energy is coming up, don't work for your money, let your money work for you. And then we have Temperance, and this is about abundance and self-worth. Like how do you value yourself? And so this is saying, this is someone, like you're someone that understands the value of money, but you also value yourself, and you believe you have faith in the path that you came here to do. We all come here, really our purpose is to be the best version of ourselves we can possibly be, but staying on that path, it's sometimes tempting to take the easy route instead of, taking the more challenging one. And then Justice comes in, and so Justice is that ability to, this is representing like communication from early life. So you may have been raised in a family where you were taught that, you don't steal, you don't cheat, you don't this, you don't that, all the 10 commandments. You may have been raised in a religious household or with some form of religion, and you are aware of what is right and what is wrong. You've been taught that when you were a young child. And this is about your home and your family and your emotional foundations. So this is talking about, it's a king. So you're the king of your castle. Even if you are a female, you are in this masculine energy of having to run the house and the family kind of energy. Then this is about creativity and your romantic life and children, like how this is talking about as above, so below. How you were taught is how, and this is pointing, the magician is pointing right at this gift here of this pentacle. So if you were raised with that, but then you lost it somehow, or you never received it yet, it's saying that, no, your destiny is that you will keep pouring into yourself, keep pouring into your journey and your purpose, and you'll be, you have the tools you need to make this shift happen. And then this is about your health and your daily routines and habits. So the Emperor knows, part of the reason why the Emperor is such high performance is they don't waste their energy. So they don't utilize, they don't throw their energy away with people that they don't want to work with, that aren't going to empower their journey, that kind of energy. They're very discerning is that word. And also about people they hire and all of that energy. It's like there's a lot of responsibility there. And this is talking about perhaps you need to look at the daily routines that you're in right now. Perhaps if you don't have this yet, if something happened here, because this gift it feels like this gift is coming in, then you've had to, live a different lifestyle than this. But you've stayed on your path anyway. And we'll see about this. You may have been tempted and moved forward, and now you're like, oh, was that a good idea or not? Or it could be other people that are tempted by your position. And then we have regret coming in. So regret is the card coming in for, this is this energy here. So there's some regret here, and this is external forces. This is internal forces. So this is what if. This can be like what is happening. Like what if this happens if I do this? What if that happened? And that's kind of knowing that this is coming. from your internal forces. Whereas the external forces are what the EF happened. Like when you're asking, like, I did all this, I've done everything the best I can to my ability, yet this energy is happening to me and I don't understand what to do, what the EF happened. And this is having regret. This is for lost love. There's 3 cups here. There's wine here. And so there could be addiction problems in the family. As well, you could, or the outside energy is coming in that way. You can't recover spilt wine; it's already soaked into the ground. This one is at some other fluid, so it could be other like poison, things that are poisoning your mind or whatever, like that. And this sometimes represents like in love, because the cups represent romantic love, as well as what you love and who you love and what you love to be and do. Taurus is the toddler, and toddlers like the biggest lesson that the Taurus energy needs to learn is how to give and receive in equal amounts and be like fair about it. And toddlers don't like to share, so sometimes there's that kind of energy. This is talking external forces. So this could be perhaps other people in your family, like that kind of energy, because this is talking about generational wealth that's been in the family, for generations. And this is showing like someone focusing on this, and there's 2 cups behind that are still standing. So this can represent emotional issues about what you love to do and what you love to be, an energy of it didn't work out. Or this could be about a threesome, like that there could have been a third party in a relationship. So the energy is pick up these 2 cups and walk forward. But like in this kind of energy, this could be saying that there's a third party that wants to break up this couple to have, to have what they had and add their own cup to it, kind of energy. So this is an energy of regret, because, well, let's see, what's the regret about? We have the King of Cups. So the King of Cups, okay, so this is, representing romantic love, or like, the King of Cups is most likely to be married. Someone that's he's very stable. He's got, his emotions are, he can be in this water, he's sitting on this water on a slab here on his throne, and he has his cup of love, and this can represent how loving he is. He's most emotionally available of all the kings, and he's also, he's that way because he is very much in control of his emotions. And so this energy is talking about being able to be in troubled waters and still be able to do shift in the right way, basically. And the King of Cups is quite often someone who's married, is in a relationship. So it could be someone cheated on the King of Cups here, that kind of energy. The King of Cups isn't likely to cheat. Like, that's just they don't get into arrangements with other people that until they're emotionally stable enough to deal with it. They wouldn't make it to this level to be able to be a King of Cups, to be able to get there. So this could be something. I mean, we all have like our weaknesses, right? So the Emperor, this can be talking about the Emperor, except this is external forces and this is internal. So this is representing your energy, your habits and whatever, and this is representing the King of Cups. So this is an external energy. I don't feel that sometimes when the kings come out, they will represent like what the Emperor went through to become the Emperor, because he's all 4 kings. But I feel these are 2 different individuals. And then we have the 4 of Pentacles. So the 4 of Pentacles is about playing small, having like this card represents the 3 levels of making money, like in the 3D. So this is talking about having a strong foundation because you play it small and it's safe money, like you don't risk anything. This is about going after your heart's desires and putting your money to it. And then this could be your crowning glory, like having it all, like everything, you know, like you have enough money to, you know, really move forward. And you'll notice that he's got his back to the city. So sometimes this could be someone that started out small and then they were an entrepreneur or whatever and they became very big. Or someone that is now in charge of a lot of money, whereas before, you know, they apprenticed and they worked their way up, that kind of energy. And then we have the King of Swords. So, wow, okay, so we have the King of Swords coming in, and the King of Swords is sitting on his throne, and he represents the energy of someone who's a professional and has, like, you know, probably like a lawyer, someone high up though, like in Supreme Court, a politician that's high up, like a member of Senate or somebody with some form of authority. You know, it could be even the president of a country and an actual king, you know, and he wields his sword. His sword represents, it's a double-edged sword, so it represents, he understands that words are very powerful and that words can also be used as weapons. And he also understands, like, if he gets into a fight, he's going to use words, you know, and his profession to be able to cut through it. And, you know, he's very good at analyzing, someone who has a really brilliant mind and is good at, you know, someone that, this could represent a surgeon, you know, someone that's been studying, you know, university at a high level, like someone that's in a high level position and you know, uses his mind to earn his living and to wield his power is what's coming up. And we have the new world coming in. So this energy is talking about this new world energy that people are always talking about online. And it's also talking about the fact that we're moving from that 2025 9 end cycle energy into a whole new world in 2026. And so things are not like, and we're noticing that right now. If you watch the news at all, there's a lot of news coming out, like about a lot of issues. And it's like, whoa. Like things that happened years ago coming up now, and like, you know, people think, oh, I got away with it, I'll get away with it, but now it's like, whoa, what happened? Shift happened. That's what happened. What the EF happened, the external forces, the universe and God, like this is, our universe may appear to be chaotic and the earth may appear to be chaotic, but it's actually very structured. Like if you look at the structures of nature and the order, and this is kind of like talking about law and order here. And emotions are running high is what's coming up. Like there's a lot of, you know, very roller coaster emotional energy on the world right now. There's a lot of drama. There's a lot going on. And you have to be really calm to be able to be in this position and using your words wisely so that you don't, you know, well, if you're a prosecutor or you're a lawyer that's defending someone, that kind of energy, but it's high up. It's about big, it's not some small deal like just petty theft. This is involving a lot of people, a lot of energy, and it could be international. So we might be seeing this on the news right now. We're seeing a lot on the news, and a lot of it is this energy. And then we have the 8 of Cups. So this is about walking away. And that's this energy here, walking away after putting 8 cups of energy into something. That's a lot of time and energy. And we have the 2 cups here. So this could be regretting the last 3 actions that were taken here. Like you maybe had a real strong foundation here, and then there was some actions taken that you know, they made it very shaky. It's like I'm seeing like a house of cards. You know, when you stack cards up and you make a house of cards, I feel like the house of cards is coming down. And this regret over these two, like, should have gone after these 2 cups instead of trying to take giving into the temptation and taking it the easy way. And that's the energy. And then we have the Empress. Interesting. So we have an Empress and an Emperor. The Emperor belongs here in the internal forces, and the Empress is in the external forces. So was this an Emperor and an Empress in a partnership together or a marriage together? And it was the Empress energy. Now remember, the Empress could be a male in their feminine energy as well as a female in her feminine energy. And the Emperor could be a male in their masculine energy. Stella, be a good girl. Don't be trying to swat the cards. It's okay, you can play after. And so the Empress energy is on the external forces, and the Emperor energy is on the internal forces. So that's very interesting. But don't be confused that this looks like a male figure and this looks like a female, because this could be the female and that could be the male. Take it how it works for you. This is really like interesting energy. A lot of this kind of energy is coming up in my readings as we move into the new year and that. And that's because we're all like, a lot of people are feeling this. You know how sometimes when the new year comes, you can't even tell, like, I don't see any change. I don't feel any change. But this year, a lot of people are feeling it, because on top of that, we do have, like in February, we're moving from the year of the snake into the year of the horse. And like, look at those two energies. So the snake is now shedding its skin and getting ready to move into, we're getting ready to move into the horse. So this is talking about this also. The full moon is when it's time to release that which no longer serves you. And the new moon is about moving into the new. And we just had a new moon 4 days ago. And so we're just sort of feeling that energy dissipate. We also had the solstice 2 days later, or a day later, depending on where you live. And so this energy, on top of moving from this 9 cycle into a 10 cycle, it's a lot of new energy, and a lot of people are like being forced. You can see it in the news again, being forced to shed, like it's coming out. Okay, this is what happened in the past. This is what we need to leave behind. And that was, like December 4th, but we have another full moon coming up on January 3rd. So I'm going to do my best to do this because it keeps coming up in all the readings. I'm going to complete these readings for all the signs for the beginning of the year. And then if I have time, I'm going to do a bonus full moon reading. So you might want to watch for that. Don't bite me, Stella. What a silly girl. Okay, so the energy coming in is, I'm going to clarify it with my cards from my Oracle Tales from the Vector, TAILS, and I have a website, talesfromthevector.com. I brought this out in 2007 is when I started it. There's so many sirens going by right now. Sorry, I hope you can hear me. That's what was distracting me. Just going to let them go by in case you can't hear me. There we go. I think they're done now. Wow, that kind of... Did you jump? Okay, so 2007 I started it, and 2020 I completed the last of the paintings. There's 64 of them. I have on these cards, what I'm doing right now is I'm working with the energy online here so that I can write the book that goes with the deck, because I'm ready to bring it out. And I will have it in the description box below. I will have listed in the order they show up here if you want to check into that. You might find it some information that empowers you. And if you are enjoying this reading, please do consider liking and commenting. It really does empower me to build my channel. All right, so the card from the bottom of the deck representing the energy here is the Emperor. So that's clarifying this. The Emperor is in some form of what the hell happened to my money energy, what's been going on here. Like, this isn't, I should be making this kind of profit and I'm standing here with this. what's going on here? And he's noticing it. So that's that energy. And then the underlying energy clarifying the Ace of Pentacles is integrity. So this is having the strength to stay in your integrity energy. So I feel like the Emperor is the one that can't figure out what's happening to his money, and has been in their integrity. And because of that, this Ten of Pentacles and staying on his path kind of energy is going to allow the Emperor to find out what happened and get to the truth here. So this is good, Taurus. This is the energy we want. And then we have the need to be right. So this energy is talking about the need to be right. And in this case, you need to know what was going on. But this energy, sometimes the Emperor can be like really like my way or the highway. And because of that, people do sneak around because they're afraid to displease the Emperor, because they know that he'll clean their clock, that kind of energy, like he'll notice. So yeah, it's that kind of energy that, and if you mess with the Emperor and like this is the karmic space of pride, or you get into your pride and you think, I'm just as smart as the Emperor, I'm going to do it my way. I'm not going to do it the Emperor's way, even though he's paid me to do it that way, or I'm married to him and we've discussed it. I'm still going to do it my way, and he'll never know. Kind of, I'll be able to persuade him. That kind of energy, if that should happen. And then we have the Justice here. So this is talking about if you're on your journey, like not giving into that temptation, then you can expect your path. You're on the path that you were divinely guarded to be on. You can have anticipation about that. That's the Fool when he begins. Stay on your path. That's the goal for that energy of the Fool. Then we have abuse of power. So someone abused their power here. There's no doubt about that. I feel like it wasn't the Emperor, because I feel like the Emperor is wondering what happened to his money. This is for the entire reading, and this here is talking about staying on the path. So I feel like the Emperor's been doing this, things the way he's supposed to be doing it, but for some reason, and been in his integrity, and can't figure out what kind of energy is causing this. And then we have deception. Well, there was some deception, and it's about kissing. So yeah, it's the deception of, between men and women kind of energy. So that kind of explains what the regret is about. And then we have a scotoma. So as intelligent and as performance driven as the Emperor is, sometimes we can have a scotoma. And so there was a blind spot there. And it's talking about, maybe this was someone that he was in love with. And so, the King of Cups is coming here. And so the King of Cups of energy is someone that made themselves very emotionally available to the Emperor. And so, he just didn't want to have to not trust this person. So just kind of look past some of the things that were happening. And scotoma is actually when you have some, like you have the pixels, a few pixels in your vision are not working 100%. But you can see the big picture, but you can't see something like detail, like it's kind of like that. Can't see the trees for the forest kind of energy. And sometimes it's also about just a blind spot, looking past it. So this energy in the world talks about, the Emperor could have been in a position where he could see something that other people couldn't see, which maybe was his vision, and that's why he wants it done this way. And then other people seeing something that he couldn't see, and that could be, an infidelity is what I'm picking up. And then that energy, when that happens, like the King of Cups is, that energy is very emotionally available, but also the most likely to hold a grudge if, the king feels betrayed. So that's the energy that I feel coming in. And look at Taurus is in regret here that this happened. Now, is this the Emperor? You know, the Taurus energy is the Empress. And the Emperor is the Aries energy. So this is kind of representing the new year. So the Taurus, the toddler energy, is about giving and receiving. And, you know, toddlers don't like to share. So I feel like if this Emperor is in that energy and found out there was infidelity, that this external force, the person that he or she is with that did the cheating, knows that the Emperor, that this king has this King of Cups energy, is not going to handle betrayal very well. And then there's a father figure there. So this is representing that authority again. And, you know, this energy, because it could be past, present, future, this could have been your father or did this and you're finding out about it now kind of energy. Like your father maybe had stepped out. This could be regret from the Emperor after the fact kind of energy. Or it could be the energy of the opposite, that maybe your mother stepped out, you know, that kind of energy. And then we have surrender. So yeah, this is energy about having to turn some things over to God, because, and it's also coming up as ancestral, and that's the energy that I'm picking up kind of, that someone that's on the other side wants justice. They feel they did everything right. They didn't cheat. They didn't, you know, they did everything. They stayed on their path. They poured into their family. They did everything that they could do, and someone stole from them. And they want justice. And they don't care if they're across the veil. They want justice because this was generational wealth that was supposed to be passed down to their family, and it has gone somewhere else, energy. And then we have Libra. So yeah, this is about marriage. And that's also ruled by Venus energy, which is also like the Empress energy. So this is talking about, you know, mature adult. And that's sitting on this King of Swords. Yeah, so this energy is like, it feels like some people that, you know, that like in here we have on the King of Wands too. So we have three kings sitting here. And we have the Emperor here. But this King of Wands is the energy of this Emperor. And this is of external influences. So there could have been two very high level positioned people. And one of them was a father figure, like someone that was, you would never suspect it from. And then the other one was like someone that was in a professional field and was good with words and good with like legalities and could, even a surgeon, that kind of energy. Like it's high level, someone in the government, Senate, like that kind of energy, not, you know, cutting, and this could represent someone cutting through the bullshit and coming to the truth, being, you know, that kind of energy. And then we have the Magician clarifying this. So the Magician is here with the deception, and now it's being, it's a whole new world. This deception is coming to light. And look at how these are pretty much like, the world is like in this position in alignment with this deception. So somebody used their power, abused their power, abused the tools that were on their bench to take something that didn't belong to them. And then we have indifference. So this is when you don't care about other people's suffering. And you're, this can be like walking away from someone and not caring if they suffer. Just, you know, we're all in it together. But is this really, we're all in it together kind of energy? And then degradation. So degrading the Empress energy. So this could talk about this being an actual person, because the Empress is all four queens rolled into one, and we don't have a queen out here. Like there is no queen. You know, and so on some level, it feels like so the Empress could have been someone who's very powerful in their feminine energy, male or female, and it's like I feel like this energy is very public. It's people that have a lot of power in the world, you know, or they have a lot of power in the company that you work for, or they have a lot of power in, you know, the family. Like they're the head of the family kind of energy. So yeah, this is in any case, it feels like this energy will be coming either past, present, future. It's already played out and it's about to change, or it played out and it's already changing, or it's going to happen in the new year. But I feel like there's going to be change here. That's the one thing we can count on in this crazy world we're in right now. The one constant is change. Change is always happening. And if it's the truth coming out for you, Taurus, you know, this is maybe what you've been waiting for, to be able to move into this new world that you want to belong to. So take it however it works for you. And please do like and comment and consider subscribing if you resonate with the energy. And I will be back with another reading. I am going to do my best to get a full moon reading in. And if not, it'll be the next reading, if I don't have time, will be the mid-month reading. Bye for now.